Welcome to this presentation demo on State of Search in our the State of Search Tools Week. We are looking today at Analytics SEO, who is part of the State of Search Tools Week, where we are looking at all sorts of different aspects of tools and giving you demos of the tools themselves. You can find more on that on stateofsearch.com/tools. But as said, today we are looking at Analytics SEO, and your presenter today is the founder of Analytics SEO, Laurence O'Toole, who is going to take us through everything which Analytics SEO has to offer. So without further ado, here is Laurence O'Toole. Laurence, over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Baz. Appreciate that introduction. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you very much for everybody taking the time out just before lunch to hear a little bit about what we've got to say. I am the founder and CEO of Analytics SEO, and there are my contact details there. If anything I say during today's presentation piques your interest or is controversial in any way, or you want to get in touch for any reason, then you can follow me on Google+, LinkedIn, get in touch via the website, or pick up the phone. I always like to speak to people. And we'll obviously put a copy of these slides up on the site as well, so you can access them later. What I'd like to do is give you a quick overview of who we are and where we've come from, a little bit about our story, what we're setting out to do, how far we've got so far. And then rather than give you a sort of long list of features, just pick on a couple of real-life scenarios that our customers have experienced and that we experienced as SEOs along the journey to try and show you how you could use our platform to help you transform your working lives and perhaps have more success in less time. So without further ado, quick background to our story. The core team, myself and our Chief Technical Architect and our Finance Director, built a local pay-per-click platform in 2003 when I was running Thomson Local's digital businesses, so we had a pages publisher in the UK. And we had a lot of fun selling PPC to small businesses. And in fact, we sold 77,000 businesses in the first year or so. We did have 500 salespeople, which helped. And we'd always planned to build an SEO platform, but back in 2003, nobody was ready, including ourselves. So I left that business in 2006 with that still in the back of my mind, but decided to start a golf business working with famous golf coaches. And this is relevant in that it actually caused us to get to where we got to today. And also what I learned from working with some of those famous golf coaches to teach the very best players in the world. In fact, one of the players who got to world #1 is, it's underpinned a lot of our philosophy in the products. It's what we call the slide hedge philosophy. From working with golf coaches, doing instruction videos for mobile phones and websites, we then started to get into SEO services. And of course, like inevitably, we started looking for tools, and we found lots of them back in 2007, 2008. But we just couldn't find any integrated project management solutions that allowed you to do things at scale. And what we were finding with the SEO business was the more and more success we had, the more projects we took on, the harder it was to manage the business. So in 2009, we started building our own integrated SEO platform using the slight edge philosophy. And we've been doing this ever since, in between the odd game of golf. So let me just explain that in a bit more detail. The slight edge philosophy is all about gaining and maintaining the slight edge over your competition to get to #1. And what I learned from working with some of the top golf instructors in the world, people who worked like Pete Cowan, who worked with Lee Westwood and got to world #1, is that they measure absolutely everything they think is important. And they try and benchmark themselves against the very best. So in his case, whether it's putts from 15 feet, or in our case, whether it's rankings or on-site optimization or links, you need to have the tools at your disposal to make sure you're measuring yourself against the people you're competing against, and track that data as often as you can to try and give you real insights and recommendations in terms of what you need to work on. And when, of course, you get to #1, then you need to work even harder to maintain that position. So we set out very much with that philosophy in mind. And just like the top golfers in the world or the top sports people in the world, they have a multidisciplinary team behind them, from coaches and analysts to nutritionists. And so it is with SEO. I mean, we felt it's very much always going to be a multidisciplinary process, whether that's content writers, link builders, strategists, And we built a platform that allows cooperation, collaboration, and communication. So our platform, in one slide, is cloud-based, so you don't need to install any code on your website. It's an integrated solution, it's an integrated suite of tools that are trying to give you recommendations, insights, and advice to help you rank better and outperform your competitors. And we analyze your website, your competitors, where you appear in the search engines, and we pull in third-party data from analytics, whether that's Google or Omniture, Majestic SEO, Webmaster Tools, SEMrush, etc. We combine that with our own algorithms, our own crawler, our own ranking software, and we try and leverage that big SEO data, all that data that we pull together to try and give people shortcuts to getting to number one. It's all white labelable, there's an API, and it's internationalized, available in English, French, Hebrew, Swedish, and Norwegian, believe it or not. And it produces results that work. Because we integrate with Google Analytics, we can track the performance of the results, and we can see across all our sites that revenues and visits are improving. And for our agency customers, this is really important because they can get a dashboard of exactly how their sites across all their customers are performing. Or for in-house enterprise SEOs that are managing hundreds of clients across hundreds of sites across multiple territories, they can get a helicopter view of how they're performing in their SEO on one dashboard. So it's an integrated process. We take in your analytics, we do a technical site audit, we look around the objectives of the campaigns, competitive gap analysis, keyword research, and then we get into on-site optimization, off-site link building, and then try and measure the results and suggest corrective action. So it's a continuous process of improvement. In a nutshell, the platform is really targeted at digital marketing professionals, in-house and agency SEOs. It's a scalable subscription model, fees starting from £99 a month, but you can always try and grab a free account for free at analyticsSEO.com/free. You have package limits associated with that, and if you obviously go over those package limits, you can pay as you go or upgrade to a bigger package. We also have a lead generation tool called How Good Is Your SEO? So if there's any agencies on the line today, this is basically a user-friendly interface to our API and allows agencies to create their own branded lead generation tool, whether they're website design agencies or SEOs, to embed a little widget in their website and encourage their customers to run free SEO reports. And the beauty of that is they control all the calls to action, all the email messages that go out, the PDF report, and it starts a conversation which inevitably leads to sales. We have a customizable API, and we use that to build scalable partnerships worldwide with directory companies, hosting providers, website software creation companies, that kind of thing. But anyone who's got creative ideas about how they'd like to use it, we're always willing to listen to them and work with them. So here's some real life scenarios for you. Since we've been going over the last 3 or 4 years now, these are some of the things that have cropped up along the way, either to ourselves or our clients. So let's take scenario one. It's 11 o'clock. You're just about to go to bed, if you're lucky, when you receive a tweet about another Google algorithm update. So what's racing through your mind when you get into the office in the morning? It's, will I be getting a pay rise? Will I be phoning in sick? Or will I be looking for my next job opportunity in the morning? Well, with the platform, you can log into the All Sites dashboard straight away, and hopefully you can see straight away what the performance is across all your sites. So if you come in the morning and your dashboard is a sea of red and you're thinking, oh my God, there's been an algorithm update, it really might be time to take a deep breath. But you can drill down straight away to see what's happening. So here it's showing there's a drop in organic visits, a drop in goal conversions, a huge drop in goal revenues, and average change in rankings is down 19 places. So clearly, the red alert sirens have been sounded. This is just test data below from one of our test sites. But you can actually filter down to the particular sites, look at a date range, compare it with the previous period of the last year, and get to drill down straight away into what might be happening with one of your sites. You could then drill into it. So in this example, it's a golf community site that we let get spammed from time to time. And you can see where over time you're looking at the trend in organic traffic, and you can see little point Panda 2 in sort of April, May 2011, Panda 3.3.3.4 in sort of February, March 2012. It looks like these sites have been hit along the way. And if you look at across your sites that you're managing, then the multi-site project management tool allows you to take corrective action. So what this does is allow the whole team, and hopefully you can see that on the screenshot, it's a little bit small, but it allows the whole team to collaborate across your SEO projects. You can see here there's loads of guys on our team, and they're focusing on different aspects of the SEO campaign. If we've been hit by an algorithm update, we might add a custom task and apply it to one site, but we can also apply it to all our sites to get everybody, whether they're in the UK, the US, France, or anywhere else in the world, to take immediate action. So that's one of the key things that we can do, is allow you to drill down and take action straight away, manage that, report on it using the multi-site project management tool. I think that's really coming from a directory background, Yellow Pages background, where you're doing everything at scale. That underpins a lot of our philosophy about how we build the tool. We want to build a platform that allows you to manage hundreds, if not thousands, of sites. And in fact, some of our customers, the very biggest ones, have several thousand sites in the platform. Whilst you're in the task management here, you can obviously not only create your own custom sites, the tool creates recommendations and tasks for you automatically, and you can set actual time. If you're an agency, you can set billable hours, you can set start dates and end dates, and you can keep track of progress. Obviously, you can download this and create a report as well. So it's a great way of keeping on top of your campaigns, so you can keep your sites on top of the search engines. Real life scenario 2. This might well have happened to some of you. You're about to go on holiday, want to switch your mobile phone off for a change, and you want peace of mind. But you've probably got a shed load of reports to do before you go away, especially for an agency. And what happens if you're away? What might you come back to? So whilst you should be deliberating where you should be going, whether it be Boston or Austin or Florida or maybe Venice or even Antarctica to see the penguins, you've got all this at the back of your mind. And we want our customers to rest easy while they're away. So our tool allows them to do customized scheduled reporting. You simply drag and drop to create your own custom report, and you can apply this to all current and future sites or any specific sites. You can create a whole range of different reports, whether that's for your chief marketing officer or your CEO or for your SEO team that might be distributed across the world, so you can get everyone working together in the same way. Likewise for clients, if you're an agency, I've seen the full range of agency reports, from a 50-page PowerPoint to a 2-page Excel document to a simple PDF. So we allow you to basically have your reports your way, your own branded, on your own timescales. The other real life scenario, it's Monday evening, 5:30, and the CEO wants a report for a big client on his desk in the morning. And you're probably thinking to yourself, how lucky am I to work for such an inspiring and motivating leader of men that's asked me to do a report, probably on the Monday you just got back from holiday. So the good thing is you can just dip in as well and do an ad hoc report straight away. So whether that's reporting on monitor keywords or reporting on your link data or reporting on any aspect of your campaign, you can go in and download it straight away. What I'll just do quickly is just show you a couple of quick example reports. I can. So this would be an example full site report that you could have scheduled to you regularly. Hopefully you can still see that. So it gives you a quick summary of how you're doing in each area. You can get a summary of your priority actions, which you can move around to high urgency, high important stuff in red on the top right hand side. You can get a summary of your key performance metrics and how they're doing over time. And then you can get into the nitty-gritty, how am I doing on the technical aspects, so page load time, robots, HTML, XMLs, everything in order, unfriendly URLs, etc., etc. So we go through and it highlights issues as we go, and of course you can then drill into those issues with a full Excel download, if you like, of dead links, for example. And this takes you through the whole software, through indexation, through your monitor keywords, how many keywords you're getting visits, a competitive site audit compared to your top 5 competitors on link metrics, which customers love for pre-sales reporting. And I won't skip through the lot for fear of death by PowerPoint. But you can see here it goes through complete content analysis, and then it gets into link data, how well you're doing in terms of link building, and then it will actually get into your actual SEO results, seeing how well you're doing against target, and progress in organic visits by search engine, etc.
Can I ask a question on this,
Lawrence?
Can I ask a quick
Sure.
question on what we're just showing? There's a couple of percentages in there on the top screen of the on the slides. So the examples of the
yes.
demo. Yeah. Now on the top you see info, progress charts, and on other slides you see percentages. Like here, 56, 18%. What is that?
Yeah, so the software has its own built-in scoring to try and help you identify what you need to work on next. So, at the very start, in terms of a technical site audit, we will run through a daily technical check of your website just to see whether anything's gone awry, which obviously can happen if you're deploying new stuff and developers block Google as it happens. So here, for example, everything's okay. So we've checked your robots, text, HTML sitemap, XML sitemap, everything's okay. And it's a question of just finding the issues. Here, they've given you a score of 24%. So we've found some issues. So it's our own algorithm, it's our own scoring that helps you identify where the issues are. And we categorize it into everything's okay. These are warnings you should be aware of. These are critical things you should look at. And info only, things that don't have a score because it's not relevant, like configuring webmaster accounts or certain aspects of the reporting.
Okay, clear. Thank you.
And obviously for agencies, they can turn those on and off for their clients. So if I just switch back to the real life scenario. So what's great about that is that you can, if you have time, I can show some of that, but we can literally dip in and download reports on the fly in Excel and PowerPoint. I think just quickly show you the Excel report, just because you can see here that you can get a full index of tables across your whole site. So everything comes out in a nice structured data. So if you're an SEO who wants raw data, then it's all in one place. Analytics data, ranking data, link data, and it gives you a great way of trying to keep on top of your site. And drill down into things that really matter, things that can give you the best possible results. So another real life scenario, I don't know, obviously we ran a PPC platform in a previous life and spent an awful lot of money on PPC. I'm sure lots of our customers spend campaigns on SEO and PPC, and sometimes there's some interesting debates that go on internally within the business. I've also thought if I could convince my boss to spend more of the PPC budget I'm saving, maybe they could spend it on me. And this is just one kind of in-depth report that you just can get straight out of Analytics SEO. As long as you configure Google Analytics and you've got AdWords talking to Analytics, then you can actually compare your month-on-month PPC versus organic performance. And this is, of course, stuff that you can get yourself out of AdWords, and you can get your SEO data and merge it together, but it all takes time. And this is the kind of thing that we're trying to do to allow you to manage multiple sites at scale and to do more in less time. So in this example, you can see the cost per conversion, which is highlighted in bold, for PPC is £5.39 and then going up to £7.57. The cost for SEO is 49 pence, going down to 27. You can look at the SEO goal conversions over time. So it's a great way of tracking SEO versus PPC. And if you want to wade into the debate, I've built two platforms now, one SEO and one PPC, and I know which one I'm enjoying more. So the real life scenarios, again, our company's planning a major website redesign. How do I ensure I look like I know what I'm doing, come out a hero? Well, the system just helps you with that so well. You just create a new campaign, and across the board, we will do automatic benchmarking, so you can see where you are at the campaign start. You can see where you are currently, which is a 30-day rolling view of where you are. So at the point you launch the site, you can obviously check, has your site performance dropped? Technically, is everything in order? What's happened to my indexation? Have I got any content issues in terms of duplicate title tags, meta tags, even keyword density if you want to. You can look at the link data to see whether you're attracting new links. And overall, like you should with any other marketing campaign, you can set SEO targets. So you can actually give yourself a goal for your website redesign project. You can, or any SEO campaign for that matter, and you can, the system automatically track how well you're doing against those goals. So that's a quick overview of some real life scenarios. Clearly, everyone uses the platform in a different way. We have a lot of agency customers who use it very heavily for reporting and pre-sales reporting when they're pitching to customers. We also have a reasonable number of in-house SEOs that are using it to manage very large sites or multiple sites across different territories. We also, like any other tool, know that we're not finished, and my motto is the day we think the platform's finished, we will be. Obviously Google's continuing to innovate, and as are the other search engines, and we need to keep on top of that, and we need to continue to innovate. So I'm sure, Baz, you've probably got a question there for me in terms of what will Analytics SEO be adding next to make your life easier.
Yeah, how'd you get it?
I'm not sure about making it more fulfilled in every possible way, but we'll try and do our best. But this is just a couple of things that we've got on the roadmap, which are coming out really soon. One of which is Authorship Research. So what this will allow you to do, we have a universal search analysis component in the product, which breaks down the keywords you're targeting and shows you where the opportunities are in terms of videos or images or local. So we're adding authorship detection to that. And then for your keywords you're interested in, you'll basically be able to research for your authors that matter and try and examine them in more detail, see which ones you can build relationships with. So here's just a quick snapshot of something which is actually in test right now. So you'll be able to pull in the name, where they are, how many Google circles are in, which keywords they appear in search results for, and so on and so forth. And eventually, as the next update coming, that will then be built into our link building tools. So it's like a research and then first, and then go out and get them second. And on content, in terms of content marketing and social link building, we are planning a big update right now, which is going to basically pull in link metrics and social metrics and author metrics against our landing page data. So this will help you with your content marketing efforts. You'll be able to track over time whether you're generating more traffic for your site, whether people are engaging, whether certain of your authors are performing better than others. And from there, also going off into link building. So when we generate link prospects for you, or you import your own link prospects, or you import data that you've already worked in another system, we'll pull in inbound link metrics from Majestic SEO, and we'll pull in social and authorship data as well. So you can really get a good handle, not just in terms of the content you've already built, but in terms of the sites you're looking to outreach to and the sites you're looking to get links from. We can help you find sites that potentially have got not just great Majestic SEO link data in terms of domain authority or page authority or trust low citation flow, but also in terms of real engaged users. So those are just two things that are coming down the line. And just two last very quick slides, just to sort of give it to you in summary. We believe we're a comprehensive all-in-one SEO platform that helps you get more done in less time. Our philosophy, as I said, is trying to measure everything we think is important and allow you to track that against your competition so you can get a slight edge. We're really focused on multiple sites, so if you've got multiple sites to manage, key features like the multi-site workload reporting, the multi-site dashboard help you scale your business efficiently and help you produce better results in less time. We've been around since 2009. We've got sophisticated back-end monitoring, and we offer free lifetime training support to all our customers. We've got videos showing everyone how to use the system, and we really believe there's no point in offering a platform unless you can offer great service as well as great software, and we're striving to achieve both. Obviously, there's lots of big SEO data in our platform, whether it's our own proprietary crawling and ranking data, Webmaster Tools data, SEMrush, Majestic SEO. But we are really starting now to make the most of that data, and we've It's great news today. We've got our 10,000 client site uploaded, but we're also tracking over 35,000 competitive sites worldwide. This allows us to get some really great insights into ranking, sometimes more insights from what's not ranking or what's dropped, as well as analytics data and link data. And one of our big plans for this year is to make better use of that. We also we have an SEO effectiveness research program where we publish stats on Google Analytics, sort of industry benchmarks. But we're trying to drill down by vertical as we've got more sites now to try and give people real insights they can't get elsewhere. To do that, we need to hire great software engineers, R&D people in the SEO capacity, and people for outreach roles in the UK, USA, and France. And that's what we're doing. So if there's anyone out there, or you know anyone, please send them my direction. I'm sure I can offer you a free game of golf or some free goodies from Analytics SEO, and it's certainly better than using recruitment agents. And we want to make ourselves easy to try, so we offer a free lifetime account. So if you've got 100 sites or 1,000 sites, if you just want to start with one site straight away for free or one of your own projects, you can do. Obviously, there's some package limits associated with that. But it's a good place to start. We appreciate there's lots of choice of platforms out there. We don't take our customers for granted. I speak to the customers on a daily basis myself, and we appreciate we may or may not be exactly what you're looking for, but we'd encourage you to give us a try and let us know what you think. So that's all from me. I hope that's short and sweet enough, and hopefully if people are still listening, you'll have some interesting questions for me.
Yeah, they are, and we actually have some questions. I'm going to leave the screen you have on now, so leave it as this, so that people can find you easily, just by looking at this screen by the entire end of the session we're having now, because we're going to talk a little bit more and get some questions in there. I know I have got a couple of questions myself. And we've got a couple of questions in the chat already, actually from Jordi, Noel. I'm going to start with those, and then if other people want to add questions, they can add questions, and I will also ask questions myself. So first question up is, how many keywords would I be able to track for rankings? That's a question from Jordi.
Okay, so yes, and cover that in detail. I mean, it basically depends on your package. You can start with a free account, which gives you 50 keywords across one engine. You can track up to 4 engines per campaign, so that would allow you to do 25 keywords across 2 engines, and it wouldn't cost you anything at all. But if you wanted to go over that, you could pay a little bit more. It's an extra 5 pence a keyword in the free package. But then if you subscribe, it's a bit like a mobile phone. If you pay as you go, and it will cost a little bit more, but if you subscribe to a bigger contract, which in our case can simply still be monthly, then you can, for 99 quid a month, you can track 500 keywords, and then it goes up from there. We've got clients checking tens of thousands of keywords, so we have no upper limit other than what's practical, I suppose, for someone to analyze and get some insights from.
Okay, I'm going to follow up on a question on this specific area. Looking at your users, what is the average type user of Analytics SEO?
Yeah, so in terms of type of business, I think most of our customers are companies with multiple websites. So they are agencies providing services to third party who like the fact that they can completely rebrand the platform or use the API or completely customize the reporting, because that helps them win business. So they like our lead generation tool, which is quite unique. Or they are in-house SEOs, heads of SEOs, who are using the tool to help keep tabs across a multitude of sites. We do also have the full range of owner-operated businesses and small businesses who sign up for our free account online, and who may just always use the free account, and some of those will pay a small additional amount just to get a little bit more value out of the product to exactly suit their needs. So in those terms, we do have quite a broad range. I think the best example I had of how global SEO was when we got religious supplies shop in Sao Paulo sign up online. I think we were all a bit surprised by that one, selling figurines of Jesus and Mary. But it's obviously a big business down there. So it's for anyone really who really wants to improve the ROI they're getting from their website, and even for people who really don't, not experts in SEO. At least they can download very simple reports, technical reports with the data, and give it to the people who've developed their website and say fix the red stuff, or even benchmarking for more sophisticated clients using it to benchmark their agencies.
Okay. Second question you already asked is the redesign scenario. You was using a SEO performance overview. His question is, does that update daily or whenever he wants?
So we do a technical site audit every day. So if you were to do a website redesign and put it live, you get a report immediately. We crawl the website, the data and site in detail every week, and we also pull in backlink data once a week as well. We do rank checks weekly. But also you can actually just hit the feedback button and ask us to rerun jobs for you. And shortly we will be putting in a refresh button, so you can pretty much run stuff on demand. So really it's a question of pretty much doing it as and when you need it to be done. So if you need it refreshed every day for a week, then we can probably do that for you.
That is well. You talked a little bit about how you help your clients with support on videos and training and stuff. I think this is part of that, where people can ask your support team for instant help on stuff like this. So, for example,
Yes,
you had a couple of scenarios where you wake up in the morning and something's wrong. You have a team of people who can then help, or how
we absolutely do. So we've got a team in the UK. We've also got a small but growing team in the US. We launched an office there earlier in the year. We launched in France late last year as well. So we've got a French speaking team, albeit they're based in the UK at the moment. We have a normal UK landline for support, or you can email support at AnalyticsSEO.com or tweet us, and we should pick it up. The engineering team like nothing better than looking at weird and wonderful URL issues in Norwegian or Hebrew or something like that, or weird crawl or redirect issues. So we've analysed a lot of sites, so I think we've seen our fair share of issues. But there's not saying that there isn't something new to surprise us, but the team love to get into that, clearly we're here to try and support our customers to grow their business, and we do that by offering free support. We do offer free on-site training with some packages as well.
Okay. The third question you already had was about Majestic SEO. You said you're using Majestic SEO link data. You also mentioned you're having your own crawler. His question is, will both data sources be available?
Yes, so our own crawler, actually, funny enough, we used to crawl the web ourselves prior to me meeting Dixon, and then deciding that perhaps buying a solution from them would be a better, more cost-effective way of building my business. So we buy link data from Majestic SEO, license it. We've got whatever it is, the top of the range license to use it in our products and services and make it available via our API. Our own crawler is really used for site crawling, so it is for crawling your site or your client site or competitor's site, depending on what you've added to the system, and really getting to the nitty-gritty of all the pages, finding issues that you should be aware of as an SEO.
Okay, thank you. I want to go a bit broader on the questions, because what I'm trying to do also with what we're trying to do with the Tools Week is give people insights into, is this a tool which could be for me, yes or no? And that needs, of course, some thoughts about how does it compare to others, and how does it fit in pricing wise? How where does it go in the future? So I've got a couple of questions in that area. Starting with a difficult one, of course, because talking about competition is always hard. And I'm not asking you to judge any of your competition, but as somebody who might be looking for a tool in which range of tools would you place analytics SEO? What is comparable? What if people are looking at what tools, where should they also consider analytics SEO?
Well, I think it's a great question, and I think the easiest way to answer that is to suggest that people look at our site, because actually we do review ourselves against a number of those leading platforms. We haven't done reviews against everybody's because some of the enterprise providers especially don't provide 30-day free trials or give you access. But we do review our platform against kind of tools that we come up against. So you'll see on there reviews against SEO, Moz, Raven, WebCEO, some of the shall I say, less sophisticated platforms, but also, with no disrespect to them, but also perhaps some of the more enterprise level platforms. Some of which obviously will be no doubt presenting this week on Tools Week. So we found actually that we try and give a fair and reasonable assessment of pros and cons, what we don't have, what they have, and the feedback we've had so far from clients is that they've found those to be fair. So that's what we do. I think in terms of positioning, we tend to be at slightly up the upper end, that's where our focus is. But we're certainly a little bit more cost effective than some of the enterprise, US-based enterprise providers out there.
So when you say upper end, do you mean the original pricing, or what do you mean by that?
Well, in terms of the platform is a pretty sophisticated offering. I mean, we have sort of 90 to 100 different tools or components in there. So it is is a deep dive into SEO, social content outreach, and will be more so as we move forward, adding all the social metrics that we are to help you with your content marketing and link building. So it is, it's very much a tool for the professional, so I would suggest that we're probably more towards the what I suppose would loosely be described as sort of the enterprise level type of tools, but not enterprise level pricing.
Okay. There's another question from Jordi who's been paying attention, and that's a good thing. He asks, what does the tool offer for competitor analysis comparison?
Sure. Well, we will. I think you can still see my screen. There's a couple of things here. You can flip to the software briefly. So there's a number of different things. For example, I can do a competitive site audit, which is updated regularly. Just bear with me. There we go. So this will compare you against your top 5 competitors and show the change over time. So it's a really nice sort of benchmarking exercise. It compares inbound link metrics, indexation metrics, and technical metrics. We look at competitive keyword rankings. So I've just picked a random site here, one of our test sites, but you could see the keywords you're interested in, where you rank against your competitors. On the outreach side, you can dive into the link quality. So you could look at the quality of your inbound links to compare to your competitors, and then you can go off, and that's ordered by Majestic O2 rank, and you can dive into the data from there. So, there's a number of different things you can do. You can go off and mine your competitors' links, I think that's probably sort of a quick whistle-stop tour of the main sort of competitive features.
Okay. A bit broader again. You're one of the few tools who doesn't have the name link in their tools, in a tool's name. And links and rankings and stuff like that, they're being discussed at the moment, whether or not links are going to be important in the future, or whether or not ranking is even going to play a role. We've seen some tools who are struggling with whether or not they're going to offer rank tracking or not. What is your view on that?
So on links and rank tracking, okay. So why don't we take them in reverse order. In terms of ranking, I think everyone knows the shortcomings of ranking in terms of personalization and so on and so forth. I think our perspective on it is, customers want to understand and have a view as to how well they're doing. And it's one metric that a lot of customers understand, especially if they don't live and breathe SEO day in, day out. And that's why you've seen where, for example, Raven stopped doing keyword rank checks last year under pressure from Google, apparently. So, Ahrefs have followed suit. I think for them, it's a decision they had to take, and one that knew cost them business, because their agency customers want to provide these keyword ranks to their end user clients, because their end user clients get that concept. And whilst end users are still demanding it, I think agencies will still want it, and we will still provide it. But we do obviously understand that everyone understands the limitations thereof. And looking at other things like groups of keywords or long tail keywords over time, the platform allows you to look at different things in different ways to try and get a picture of how well you're doing, and also take account of things like not provided. So I think ranking right now has still got a place. To be honest, we'd love not to have to provide it, because it's it's a considerable effort to do that across thousands of websites at scale. But we're pretty good at it now, and we'll continue to provide it. In terms of links, as far as I'm concerned, I'm sure my customers are telling me is that links still count and always will. I think quality, relevant links from sites that will bring you real visitors is a good marketing strategy, irrespective of whether the link's going to improve your ranking any. It's great that obviously if it does, but whether link building for SEO's sake changes in terms of its weighting algorithm or not, people will still want to build relationships, will still want to do the kind of traditional PR and outreach to attract potential buyers. So we want to try and support our customers to do that, but we want to try and help them find real sites with real traffic, which is why we're integrating the social metrics into the link building.
Cool.
As to why we don't have it in our name, that's just one of those things, I suppose.
How did
people have been telling us we should change our name? SEO's dead, and we were meant to have rebranded it ages ago, but we haven't yet.
How did you come up with the name? Do people sometimes think it's just about analytics?
I haven't had that feedback necessarily, so it was just one of those things. So the original name of the company was Dizzy Heights, because when people got to world #1 in sport, they always talked about them reaching the dizzy heights of world #1. But we felt that was more confusing, so we've retired that one.
Okay.
If anyone's got some great suggestions or brand names, thinking about where SEO is going, then do let me know.
Oh, that would have been a nice poll on State Search. Find a new name for Analytics SEO. Just going to the end of this talk. What would you say are your biggest USPs compared to competitors?
Yeah,
if you could name 3.
Three USPs. The first is we allow you to manage multiple sites very effectively. So that's the multi-site dashboard, gives you a helicopter view of all your sites. You can take quick action if there's been a Google algorithm update or you need to report on something. The task management and organization, again, rather than managing that on a site-by-site basis, you can manage that across hundreds, if not thousands of sites. That's the second thing, which is pretty unique. And you can also upload sites in bulk. And I think the third one is, I'd say, is probably the fact that we allow you to pretty much white label anything. We also have an API, so you can build custom solutions, which will be enhancing even more this year. So I don't know whether it differentiates us from the competition. I'm sure they're all very nice too, but we like to think that we give a good service too.
Cool, thank you very much. So I think I've asked all my questions. I think all the questions in the by the attendees have been asked. Is there one last thing you would like to say to the people on the watching this video or being in this webinar as an attendee? Just a takeaway.
Yeah, I think I'd just like to say I think there are better well-known platforms out there than ours. You mentioned some of the names that have been around, of course, for ages, like SEO Moz, Raven, and some of the others, and some of the other tools perhaps that are there on the site in Tools Week. But you never know whether it will be right for you or not until you try it, and you can try it for free. So please give it a whirl and see what you think, and please do let me know. Any feedback, constructive, good or otherwise, helps us build a better product, and we're focused on building a slight edge on our competitors, and that's our approach to building the product. So we've got plenty of work to do. We've come a long way, and hopefully some of you will join us for the journey.
Cool. You did win an award, didn't you?
We won the Red Herring Award. Thanks for mentioning that. I should have mentioned that. I owe you one. So we won the Red Herring Award, which is one of the sort of top 100 sort of tech startup companies. We won that last year, which is great. Hopefully there's many more to come.
Good. Thank you very much, Laurence O'Toole, for this very nice presentation.
Thank you very much for giving me the time.
This video is part of the State of Search Tools Week. You can find more videos on stateofsearch.com/tools, demos and presentations of tools like search metrics, link research tools, AnalyticsSEO, Majestic SEO, and link decks.